Hey guys, welcome back from Pixel Forge Lab. My name is Alessio. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to review the Panda Touch from BigTreeTech. Let's make it, let's print it, let's go straight to the video. BigTreeTech was kind enough to send me this for free to review and try for you guys. So I was actually really curious. I saw a lot of video about the Panda Touch, a lot of controversy about it because a lot of people says it's laggy, it's slow, it's not fully blah blah blah. Also, it's like you have to put it on your P1P or P1S right there. And there are many mounts that you can build or you can print and download from MakerWorld and Printables. And actually this is what I've done already because I've been looking into it for quite a while right now. What I wanted to do was to use the actual back plate, the plate with the magnets, the original one. I didn't want to print a new one. It's complicated. You have to put new magnets on and I didn't like it. So I had to find a compromise between what could have been done with what already existed on the net, like makerworld.com, and I found a couple of models and I'll show you later. But now let's open the box and see what's inside. Well, I already opened it obviously because I modified a little bit, but you will see later. We got some manual and there we go, BigTreeTech. And then we have a thank you card. Thank you guys for sending me this. A little sticker from BigTreeTech. Then we have a cover right here. Sorry guys, just a foam. And then we have the screen itself. Let's try to get it out. Perfect. So we put this one there and we open like this. And here it is. Like I said, I opened it already. I had to try it because I had troubles not only mounting it, and which I have the BLV AMS riser and it doesn't fit still. But with my mod, kind of works a little bit, but also the setup was a little tricky. I couldn't find a way to set my Bambu Lab account into it, so I had to flush the firmware with the file that I found on Reddit, and it's very complicated. If you want me to do that, guys, I'll do that in another video. Just let me know in the comments. But here it is, the screen. So what we need to do right now is literally go to the printer and set it up. But before we do that, I'll show you what I did as a modification. Okay, right here, this is the original backplate. The original one. It's really smooth and everything. But what I've done, I downloaded this model right here, you can see in the screen, from makerworld.com, and I found many, as you can see in my windows right here. As you can see on my computer, I had so many open. I got this one, and this one, and many others. But I found this one right here with a bracket so you can mount it on top of the actual screen, and then you can flip it like this. But then you had to print this one from scratch with a couple of mods and stuff. But what I've done, I used the original one and I only printed these two little parts, these little angles, 1 and 2, to fit the original backplate. What I did was literally apply some hot glue so I can remove it and it will not be ruined. It will be just fine because hot glue after a while comes off. So I thought, why not doing that? And so far, it's actually pretty stable. I already tried it on top and now we go to the printer and see everything. Mounting this, attaching the screen and do the setup, and let's give it a go and see all the options and maybe send a print and see temperatures and everything and what we can do. And if I'm not mistaken, we can control the AMS from there, which I have. So let's go to the printer. So here we are with my printer and I forgot to open this outer box, the little duck from BigTreeTech. And then it contains the bracket mount there like this. Well, like I said, I have the BLV AMS riser and it just doesn't fit, so I'm not using this. We have of course the little Allen key and then the USB cable, which we will need, so we'll put it aside. First thing, I'm gonna put my mount on, the one that I modified. Maybe you can see it better now. I only added these two pieces, 1 and 2, right there on the original one with some hot glue. And I printed this and that should be fine. Let's try it on. Slide right in. Perfect. I'm gonna attach the screen itself. Let's try it. Whoa, the magnets are really strong. Now it's swivel like this, but it's a little loose because it's heavy. I had to grab another Allen key for the M3s. So I'm just gonna tighten this one a little bit. For now, yeah, there we go, we're good. So unfortunately with the BLV AMS riser, I cannot put it in the right spot to make room for this to swivel up. Unfortunately, maybe I can move it a tiny bit, but wow, it's sliding away, and that's it. And also the door, this is the what you can see right here. It's a custom enclosure. It's the vision enclosure that I customized and made. You can see the video right here and in the description down below how to make it. It looks amazing, by the way. But all the panels, as you can see, are custom and everything, and it doesn't open. So you have to swivel up every time to open the door. And yeah, we need to tighten the screw a little bit more. But for the sake of the video, we're gonna leave it like this. So let's set it up. What we need to do is connect the USB cable. I'm gonna move it again. I have to stripe this back again and remove this one. And we're gonna connect the USB cable. It's gonna be right here in the slot right there, and it's connected right there. And then we have two options, power on and off, and also it will be on by itself and is the one that has the battery sign, and then the other one when it's plugged in to the dock, to the backplate. Plug in this USB in the P1P. Inside there is an actual USB slot, so we're gonna put it right there. Okay, the USB is in. That was tricky. And then we're gonna plug in the cable back to the backplate. And here we have it. Oh my gosh, I don't know. And then we're going to mount this thing again. We have a cable in the way, but I'm sure there are ways to put it somewhere behind. I don't know. For now, for the sake of this video, let's leave it like this. I'm going to tighten the screws a little bit more. I'm just going to turn it on so it will charge on the dock. So not the battery one, but the DC 5 volts. And I'm going to put it like that, and it should turn on. And we're going to set it up. So for me, it's English, next. And then you have to choose your Wi-Fi. I'm just going to do mine. And you have to put your password on. Press OK, and let's wait if this time worked, and seems like it did. So we go next. Now we have to type some stuff from the P1P to the actual Panda Touch to make it work. So the first thing is going to be name. I'm just going to call it P1P, obviously, but you can call it whatever you want. Press OK. Then printer IP. Now the printer IP can be found in the actual screen of the P1P, and your IP address will be in settings in WLAN. Click it, and then you will see your IP right there. So I'm just gonna copy and put it right there and press OK. Access code, I'm gonna find the access code right here, still in the same page, and I'm gonna type it. I'm gonna press OK. Serial number, it's gonna be down here in device, Bambu Lab, and printer, and that's your serial number right there. I'm gonna type it and press OK. Model optional, filament color optional, filament material optional, nozzle diameter optional. I don't really mind about this one because it doesn't really matter. I use Bambu Lab Studio all the time, so I'm gonna confirm, and that should be fine. And it says finished. So now we can see right away, if I go to settings right here, or actually in there, or home, I can turn on and off the light, and it works. And light on, light off, light on, and light off. Now, the other thing is, now you think, oh yeah, I can, you know, heat the bed and heat up the nozzle, but no, you won't, because I'll show you. If I go right here and I'm going to set the bed temperature, I'm gonna put like 60 and then press OK. It says it's actually doing it, because you will see these orange icon, you know, 25 and 60, but it's really not doing it. You can check it from the original screen. It's not doing anything at all. It says, let's go in right there, it's still 0, because we have to connect our Bambu Lab account. To do that, we need to go to settings right there, login Bambu Lab account. Like I mentioned before, If you click it, now it's fine because it does ask you for a code, and it's not a password and your email and everything. Before, it was impossible to log in, but now with this firmware update, I'll send the link in the description. So in here, you're gonna type your email address, which is connected to your Bambu Lab account. So I typed my email address, and now I'm gonna click OK and wait for the code to come. And then you have to press send code in order to receive the code. And then you will see like a timer. And yeah, I'm gonna go to my email and see the code right there. Perfect. Let's type it in and press OK and confirm. And it says login failed, please check the network again. So we're gonna try that again. And here we go, after millions of seconds waiting, I'm just gonna press send another code and I should receive another email with a new code. So let's try it and press OK, fingers crossed. And I'm not liking this one so far. And confirm, login failed, please check the network. I don't like this thing, I really don't like it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it off. And let's try this process one more time. Okay, so now it's on again. And the only thing we need to do is obviously go to settings and connect our Bambu Lab account. And I'm gonna do the same process all over again. So, and is it slow? Yes, it is very slow. It doesn't respond really well to the touch. So I'm just gonna keep waiting for another email. I'm gonna press OK and confirm. Login failed, please check the network. I really hate this thing. I really do. I'm just gonna stop right here and see what's going on. So basically what we're having right now is another firmware update issue. Probably in the future we will have to update the firmware more times because I don't know, with Bambu Lab, firmwares doesn't match with the new ones or the old ones from the Panda Touch. We downloaded it, so now we're going to the Panda Touch and in the settings I'm going to network and I'm gonna just copy my IP address and we're gonna just follow the direction. Okay, so we type our IP address, it says update firmware whatever, stop, and let's choose the new one. Open, and yeah, it will upload, but as it says in here, it will start updating and we will get, yeah, everything fresh. Let's see. Yeah, now the Panda Touch is rebooting. It says success, go back, and yeah, let's go back to the P1P and let's see if we can set it up. Okay, here we go again, after updating the firmware for the third time, after I installed it and everything, so hopefully, let's see. Now the firmware version is 1.0.6. So fingers crossed, let's try to log into our Bambu Lab account. I'm going to send myself another link of confirmation, send the code, and I got the code. I'm gonna type it in, fingers crossed, and press OK and confirm. And it says cloud login successful. Would you like to convert all existing printers to cloud mode? Only select yes if you are not using any printer in LAN mode, blah, blah, blah. Yes. And now we are connected, finally. So we have to update the firmware constantly, which is fine. Perfect. Says the printers were successfully converted to blah, blah, blah. Perfect. Now, if we go to, again, to the settings here of our options, and we go to the bed, now it's connecting everything, and it's not updating. Yeah, I don't see, I think, I'm gonna put 60 on the bed. Yeah, the 0 should be here, not the delete, it's confusing, but anyway. And then if I heard the click, but it should be warming up. In fact, it is warming up. As you can see in there, it's going from 25 to 60, so that's cool. And the nozzle, let's heat up the nozzle to 100. It's very confusing. I don't like this, the 0 there, it should be here, and then the delete there. It doesn't make any sense. And yeah, the fan is going up, so yeah, it's heating up. Oh, the fan, the part cooling fan, on. It's not responsive at all. You can hear it, so I'm still in the process of connecting and mounting the auxiliary fan. I cannot say that word, oh, sorry. Then off, going back right here, home, and in home, and then yeah, lights off, on, and I don't have the AMS anymore. So yeah, that is not good. Before we had the AMS, oh, there we go. Okay, never mind. And now after rebooting, now we have the AMS. So I can load and unload the filament. And let's try to move the printer actually. So let's open it so we can see it. Let's go in there, in our home, lights on, and then in right there, temperature and axis. I'm gonna home the printer. And the printer is homed. Another thing is we can do is go up and down with the Z-axis, so let's try that. And that's nice because you cannot do this with the P1P controller, with the actual screen, because it goes in step like ding, ding, ding. But this one, it can go smooth. So when you need to clean the rods and everything, it's gonna be a little better. And then in X, same thing, it's nice. But if I hold it, doesn't do anything, so that's okay. That's okay, we can go up. That's dangerous. I'm literally frightened to do that, but let's go back to the filament and let's load the black filament. So I'm gonna load, and here we go. Filament types is unknown, but is required to perform this action. Do you want to edit the filament information? No, just want to load it. Because, oh, okay, we have to say it, but whatever. So, Bambu Lab black, yeah, confirm, it's fine. And then I'm gonna load it. And it's doing it again, so. I think it's hitting up, let's see. Yeah, it's going to 250 on the nozzle. That's responsive. It's a little behind. It says 214 and now it's 232, so there's a little delay, but of course that was expected. And the filament is loading, which is fine. I don't have anything else more to show here, so let's go back to the computer and see my conclusions. Okay, here's my thoughts on the Panda Touch from BigTreeTech. What can I say? I'm a little bit conflicted because it looks cool. The device is really, really cool. It's sturdy, big, bright, and contrasty, but it's not responsive. When you type something, it takes forever, like a second delay. And when I typed my email a million times, it was never the correct text. It was always missing some letter or whatever. It was a nightmare. So that's one thing I don't like. It's super, super laggy to the touch, and it's called Panda Touch. So I'm not sure. Then the setup. The setup was an absolute nightmare. I had to update 2 firmware. One was before I actually made this video, and the second time was while I was making the video, which was insane. So next time Bambu Lab release an update, I have to update or hope that the BigTreeTech will release a new update for it. And it's annoying, and it should be done by the machine itself. I think it's doable, if I'm not mistaken, from what I was reading before. Functionality is great, especially when you move the Z-axis up and down. It's super smooth, but you have to be careful because again, it gives you like a delay, so you have to be careful. And nozzle hits up, the bed hits up as well. There's a little bit of delay and laggy in their department as well, but it works. Also, I'm not convinced about the type of filament you have to type in there, or my Bambu Handy app, or I'll figure it out. But so, conclusion, do you need it? Is it worth it? 50 euros? Is it really worth it? If you have a P1P completely naked like I used to have, maybe it is, or maybe not. But if you have a custom P1P or P1S with all the upgrades and the whistle and bevels, with all the mods like the BLV AMS riser, it's not gonna be a good solution. It's gonna be tricky to fit. It's not fitting right now. It's gonna be a nightmare when I move it, and there's a little gap, and also I have the TPU as the gasket for the top panel, and it's not gonna work now because it's moved because of the screen. Do you need it? In my opinion, you do not. It's like more of a gimmick. But Does it work? It does work. It's a little bit delayed, a little bit laggy, and it works. So again, thank you so much BigTreeTech for sending me this to try and review. It was a little bit of a nightmare. Now it's there and I'll try to use it for like a couple of weeks and I'll give you another review or so. And thank you so much BigTreeTech for sending the Panda Touch to me to try and review. I really enjoyed it, even though it was a struggle, but yeah, it was fun. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do consider to subscribe if you're not and drop a like. And as usual, I'll catch you on the next one.